Good afternoon, boys and girls. It's Miss Collins here, and today Miss Collins is going to go over your handwriting lesson. Today for handwriting, you will need to open your book to page 25. If you don't have your handwriting book ready, go ahead and pause the video and get that out now. Don't forget a pencil. All right, today on page 25, we are going to be working with the letter D. If you notice at the top, we are going to be working with the capital D and the lowercase d. Before we go on any further, I want to show you a little something about how to write the letter D on double lines. Listen up.
Letters on double lines. Now let's practice using double lines. Capital D, lowercase d. And that's how we use double lines to write capital and lowercase letters.
All right, you're going to be practicing that soon as we are finished. The next thing I want you to notice is that over here, they even threw in a little bit of math. This is called a teaching sentence. So that's what they call it in our handwriting book. Let's watch a little video about that.
Teaching sentences.
Hi, let's talk about addition. We can use dominoes to help with adding numbers. Look at the first two numbers, 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at the next numbers. 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 equals what? Let's count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This equals 7. Let's write 7 on this line. 7 is made with a little line across and a big line slides down. Dominoes have dots, and the word dots begins with what letter? Letter D, of course. Let's practice writing capital D and lowercase d. With capital D, we begin at the top. We make a big line down, frog jump to the top, and big curve. Lowercase d is a magic C letter. We make lowercase d with a magic C, up like a helicopter, up higher, back down, up. Now that we have practiced letter D, we can write sentences about dots. Look at the sentences in your handwriting book. Read them along with me. Todd adds dots. I add dots too. I'm going to demonstrate the first sentence, but before we begin, I want to ask you this question. Do you remember all the parts of a good sentence? Remember that sentences start with a capital letter. We need to leave spaces between words, and we need to end with punctuation. Watch as I write, Todd adds dots. Sentences start with what? Capital letter. Capital letters are tall. Lowercase o is small. Starts with a magic C. What size is lowercase d? It's tall. That's the magic C, up like a helicopter, up higher, back down, bump, and we get to do one more. The next word is adds. Starts with our small lowercase a, magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, back down, bump. D, you guys are going to get really good at D. D and S is small. The word dots starts with tall D. O is small, T is tall, and S is small. And what do we have at the end? We have a punctuation mark. In this case, it's a period. And what did I leave between my words? A space. I left some nothing between each of my words. I want you to look in your handwriting book and copy this sentence and then write the next sentence, which is I add dots to. Once you are finished, think about being a good writer. Did you start with the capital letter, leave spaces, and add punctuation? If you did those three things, you can check that checkbox that you are a great writer. Great job.
All right. I bet you're excited to get ready to write today in your handwriting book. The last thing I'd like to share with you is a story about the frog jump capital letter D.
Frog jumped capitals. Capital D. Start in the starting corner. Big line down. Frog jump. Big curve to the bottom.
Okay, get that pencil out. Get ready to practice your capital D, your lowercase d, and copy your two sentences. And while you're working, you can listen to our song all about writing in a sentence. Take your time and have fun. See you next time. Bye.
Sentences are fun to do, but first you need a letter. Starting with a capital and then you better. Write a word and leave a space. Write a word and leave a space. Write a word and leave a space until the very end. Sentences are fun to do, but first you need a letter. Starting with a capital and then you better. Write a word and leave a space. Write a word and leave a space. Write